Dr. Des,
Hi, Kendra.
you look very sharp.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank
Thank
you.
you,
How
thank
are
you so
you?
much. I'm good. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Water
I'm
out
doing
of a
great,
wine
Kendra. I'm happy to
glass.
be here. Always good to see you. Always great to come on your show and talk about dating in the United States. It's been quite an experience.
So let's just get right to it, Dr. Jazz. There's some cousins I have met in person. I have met Dr. Jazz in person. And I have stand by that. I actually like Dr. Jazz. There's things that he's always said that from his perspective, I would give him the benefit of the doubt. But if this was a court session, you got some things to answer today, Dr. Jazz.
Absolutely.
So to set the tone, we had a young lady who called us up on Monday, and she said that she went out on a date with you a few months ago. I think it might even been your birthday. And she said you guys had a good time. She said it a lot of times throughout the interview. She really had a good time. Unexpectedly, you guys ended up in your hotel room after.
Oh, okay, Kendra. Let's talk.
If you're joining us here, this is part 2 of the series. We got Dr. Des for his side of the story. Now, if you haven't watched part 1, it's going to be linked in the top right hand of the screen. Please go watch Chi-Chi's story first for her accusations against Dr. Des. Now, Dr. Des is here to give his side of the story. So drop down in the comments. Let us know who you believe. Is Chi-Chi telling the truth? Is Dr. Des telling the truth? Now, I'm going to have to skip ahead a little bit because Dr. Des talk a lot. He like to hear himself talk. So
let me jump in, because the one thing I wanted to do is, and I try to always allow everybody to speak, and I'm still going to allow you to speak, but since you brought up facts, let's get to some clear facts, because I think that's what a lot of people are wondering. And since this opportunity was your decision, obviously I made you aware that the girl came on the show, but you wanting to be on the show to respond was your decision. So a couple things. Did you go out with the girl, Chi-Chi, on a date?
Yes. So I don't know if you consider that a date, but let me give you the scenario of how that happens. So in April is my birthday month. And in that month of April, I went to like 3 different cities. I was in Miami, I was in Atlanta, and I was also in Vegas, and in all those cities, I went on dates with people in those cities. Okay.
All the
So
3
let's talk about the
O's.
Atlanta one. So I wanted to spend my birthday weekend in Atlanta because I have family over there. And as you know, most of my travels, especially if I'm traveling at a certain level of, I share my stuff on my social media, on my stories. Okay. So I shared online that, I'll be in Atlanta during this time, at this place. So a certain lady reached out to me. I don't want to mention her name, but you mentioned her name. She reached out to me. Say, hey, I live in Atlanta. I know a few joints. I can show you. I can take you around, show you. You're going to have a good time, blah, 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 blah. I didn't take it serious initially. But, when I got there was one place that I went to. I didn't really like it that much. Then I hit her up. I said, okay, hey, listen, I'm all for a good time. If you know a few joints here and there, I'm okay. I want to find out. So where is the fun in ATL? Basically, that's how that conversation started. She gave some free recommendations.
So Chi-Chi hit him up. Interesting.
Well, okay, that's fair.
She hit him up.
She did respond. He responded with basically he said, I'm in Atlanta, where the hoes at. That's what he's saying, basically.
Pimping all over the world.
Hey, come on, man. Don't try to dress it up. These cats swear like they don't hang out where it get a little funky at. Like they act like they don't troll them waters like everybody else. He gonna act holier than thou. Oh no, he just what? Let's see. Let's continue.
On some few stuff here and there. I don't know if you're gonna consider that a date or not. I don't know if that is a date. But believe it or not, this is where
okay, so for clarity, did y'all meet up and go? She said I went to different spots, like here and there.
Yes. So
you don't consider that a date. What would you consider it?
I mean, if you take somebody out with an intention of a relationship, I'll say that's a date.
No.
But if I'm coming out in a city to have fun, I put on my status that, hey, I'm going to be in ATL this weekend, and somebody slide in and say, hey, I live in ATL, I can show you a few spots. I don't really see that as a date. It's somebody I know. I'm like, okay, because I mean, it's like you're offering to show me a few places that I need to check out. Fine, I'll do that. Okay, and that's how that whole conversation started. So the first place I went, I think, was like a Korean. I mean, the details are not even relevant there, the restaurants. But yeah, we went at one restaurant there. The vibe was good environment. And then there was a comedy show in town. We went there, check out a comedy show plaza. And then I'm somebody I love good lounges. Okay. So I was like, hey, where is a place for a lounge or I want to like relax, get a bottle service and have a good time? Where's the place for that? Okay. And then she recommended one. And we went there and it was great. I had a great time. I had a blast. Okay. And we both had a great time. But Kendra, by the end of the night, I know, yes, there's a lot of things going on around that area, you know, in the lounge. I had a good time, had fun, good energy, good people, good vibe. She told me that, hey, Dr. Des, there's something that I want to talk to you.
Tell me how we get to the hotel. Skip all that, man. You bump all that. You said you had a good time. She said you had a great time. That it wasn't a date. You parsing hairs now. What's up with this hotel nonsense?
All right, I think we're about to get into it.
Hey.
Let me quote her words verbatim. I want to quote the words verbatim. So, Dr. Des, there's something really important I want to talk to you about, but I want to tell you in private. Okay. I was like, I didn't take it that serious.
Okay, wait, this is the key part. So the day is over. And are you talking about when you're at your hotel room now?
No, this is in the lounge. This is where we're staying in that lounge. Like we're almost right now with our bottle service and everything. So, Dr. Des, there's something I really want to talk to you about. It's really important, but I want to tell you in private because there in that lounge, there's too much noise, a lot of people and all that. I get it. I say, okay, that's fine. We can talk about it later after we're done here. That's okay. All right. So when we were done at that place, took an Uber, we got to the premises because my hotel was like 5 to 7 minutes from the lounge, you know, but I still wanted to get an Uber. So I don't know how safe the area is. I want to get an Uber. The details not really that important, but we got an Uber. I took an Uber. As the time we step out of the Uber on the parking premises.
Okay, so let's compare. He said he took an Uber because it was unsafe. She said they took an Uber because they was drinking.
That the Uber was playing the whole time. This is what she said. Okay, fair enough.
I mean, it both could be true, I guess. It was unsafe and they was drinking.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways.
This is for my hotel. She got out, immediately popped out a cigarette. Okay. For people that know me, those that have gone on dates with me, people that have heard me speak, I do not like the smell of cigarettes. Okay. She popped out a cigarette and I could tell that, you know, something was bothering her. She's probably stressed. I'm like, okay, what's going on? You know, this is a non-smoking property. You cannot smoke in here. She said, no, she's really stressed. She's back on her rent, back on her car. No, she doesn't know what she's going to do. She owe her land. I don't know. She said she owe like $2,000. She want me to help her. If I help her out with about $2,000, she's going to do whatever I want. She can spend the night with me. I said, no, young lady, listen. This is not the reason why you're here. We're here.
Where is this conversation taking place? Is this in
the hotel? This is taking place. It's not even in the lobby of the hotel. It's before we get into the lobby of the hotel.
Okay, so just for clarity, so before the lobby of the
she said you took off the clothes and then y'all was negotiating while your clothes was off.
Money after that. Knowing a little, I have a little bit of more information than in this video right here. But as I'm looking back, I kind of see, I think I see what's going on here. There's a part that he left out that's pivotal in all this, but let us continue. So he says, basically, he's saying that she popped out the bogey, the stressful pull, talking about she behind on rent and all that. And, you know, if you could break her off, she'll break you off. Let us make a deal. That's what she said. This is outside in the hotel, premises or whatever. This is not the negotiations are not taking place upstairs. Keep that in mind. Let us continue.
Hotel, according to you, she brought up she was having financial issues with paying certain bills.
She told me she's back on her rent. Okay, she was back on her rent, and I think she was back on her car note or something of that nature. Okay, she told me that, and she said, she just needs 2,000 to be able to meet up with her rent obligations and her car note obligations, and she's willing to do anything that I want for her to do that. And that's why I stopped her right there. I said, first, I don't do that. Because I think she actually offered that she's willing to spend the night if I do that, if I give her that to meet up with her rent and her car note. I say, hey, young lady, first of all, I don't do that, okay? We just come out here, have a great time, and the best I can do for you is put you back on your Uber and send you back home. And then she was like, well, she left her babies at home. Like, what are we going to do about a babysitter or something about get their kids a meal or whatever? And she wanted me to give her, I don't know, it was $200. I think she came to like $200 or something like that. I said, I'm not going to give you a dime. What I can do for you is get you an Uber for you to go back to your house. She did not want to leave. I almost had to call the security. So when I hear the fact that this lady never stepped her feet inside my hotel room, because that's something that when I hear it.
So did you give her the $50 or not? Because she said you gave her $50.
That's what she did say that. She said he said she intimated that she left her kids at home and no babysitter and no food. 2 years old. And all okay.
I don't know. Okay. These hoochie heifers be doing the most. So, let's just look at it. Let's look at his side of the story. She might have seen Dr. Des on the show, thought he had some money. Oh, you coming to Atlanta? Oh, I'm behind on my rent. If I get Dr. Des to take me out, then I can proposition him for a couple grand.
There you go.
I can make this cat do a few different things.
Right. There you go.
So maybe
Range for some change. You know how I go. This is the deal. I mean, Kendra don't understand what they be lining themselves up. They use that porcupine as a deal. But I think that could be true. And that's plausible, very plausible. They do it all the time. It wouldn't be strange, but I think it's something else at play here in between all of that. Right? The devil is in the details. So just pay attention. Let us continue with Dr. Des and his shenanigans.
Because I'm going to give you the space to talk as much as you want, but let's get some clear facts, because her assessment, because I was going to ask you that question, if she made that proposition before y'all got to the hotel room, how do you end up in the hotel room?
That's what I'm saying, that when you were saying that, we end up in the hotel, that's why I want to stop you there, that the facts end at the hotel parking lot.
So for clarity, she was never in your hotel room.
Never stepped a feet in my hotel room.
Okay.
She was smoking. You cannot smoke in that building.
Okay, so you're saying, so with that being said, another allegation she made is not only was she in the hotel room, you wanted to have sex and you took off your clothes.
That's one of the salacious details that is complete slander and defamation. And that's how I'm treating it. And that's illegal. Okay. I know that the economy is tough. People are desperate.
Details.
Want to make money anyhow they want. But to come online on social media to slander and defame, that is illegal. Okay. And that's something that is something I don't take it lightly. And I know that they don't want me to address this publicly, but I want to make it known that, that is slander and that's defamation. It's totally fictitious.
Go ahead, Queen. I'm sorry.
The part that we have to take in consideration here is that at the time, this is right around the time that he's getting engaged to his fiance. So I think this detail is going to come out a little bit later in this video, but I'll go ahead and say it right now. According to him, he's talking about this happened around his birthday. So that's in April. He got engaged to his fiance in May. So he's trying to make sure he set the record straight. So the fiance doesn't find out
connect the dots and all that.
What was you doing in the hotel room? Let's say it is true. Let's say he did really do that. His fiance about to start looking at him crazy, like
right.
So but if it's not true, then he's still trying to set the record He's trying to, of course, get his side of the story out, but it's just think about it. This event happened in April, and he got engaged.
And yeah, he was dealing. At least he was dealing with another woman or engaged. Up to that process,
right,
or whatever, what have you. The man said it's defamation and slander, but he never said it wasn't true. He said those are salacious details. When details, that means it happened. He didn't say that's a uncategoric lie or some shit like that. So he's, slander and all that. What you gonna do? Sue her little broke ass? What you gonna sue her for? She behind on the damn rent. What you about to sue her for? I don't know, man. I don't know. I think he's lying. I think he's telling the truth and lying at the same time.
All of these,
here's the deal, because I know a lot about law. Defamation, defamation is true if it is false. So it is the easy, and this is the truth. Like if defamation, if defamation holds up in the courtroom, if it's clearly a lie, right? So if it's clearly a lie, and you're saying no, she did not ever go to your hotel room. No, you never got naked in front of her. Then yes, that is defamation. If it's clearly a lie, but it has to be clearly a lie in order for it to be defamation.
Absolutely. And those things are easily to be proven. She never stepped feet in my hotel room. So everything after that, it was just totally made up, because I know that, maybe I don't know what she's looking for. Of course, when I was listening.
Wait a minute. Did he just say this stuff can't be proven? Like what she's saying, she can't prove it?
Or he can prove that she wasn't up there. It's hotel cameras, man. All you gotta do is run the camera. And the hotel in this goddamn world, it ain't got no cameras in it. So if that lady stepped in that lobby and got on the elevator, there ain't no cameras in the room.
Right.
But if they went up, he said she never came inside the hotel. Now, if they see it, they could pull it up and see her going upstairs. That would be easily that. Like he know he's more sophisticated than her. So he thinks that she can't prove any of this or whatever. But the thing about these 304s, this is why I lean towards them. See, they keep receipts. To expose you, they're going to keep every message, everything you said. They probably got videos, pictures. They got the whole thing. That's what they do. He probably not thinking about that, but that's what they do.
I want to say this. She do have receipts. So we'll get into that on the next video. She does have some receipts. So
yeah. To her killing, I'm like, okay, what's the purpose of this? Because even when she mentioned that, hey, I know she kind of got emotional talking about the dad passing away, and also mentioned that she was dating somebody that abandoned her when her dad. Why you don't talk about those dates, but you choose the Dr. Des date to talk about? Just because I'm somebody that she thinks that, she knows that you know me, of course, and she's gonna come on your platform. You know that when she mentioned my name, the internet army are going to get riled up, and I'm going to have to come in and respond and address it. There are certain things that I accept. There are certain things that I don't sit quiet. People advise me, don't say. A lot of people come to me and say, Dr. Des, I know you're itching to talk about this. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're just going to find the flames.
I agree.
But I'm not that kind of person. Okay. I always want to come here and state what the fact is, as clear as day. And everybody can make their own conclusions from that. But here's what I want to say. Anyone,
can I ask you one more thing? And I want you to, so don't forget your thought. I want to just get all the facts so we can move forward. So your birthday was in April, correct?
Correct.
When did you get engaged?
In May.
Okay, so this is before you got engaged.
Absolutely.
So he still was dating this woman.
Before you got engaged. That was another
because
concern.
I did call you when I did my engagement.
Yeah, I know. So earlier when you told me, I didn't know when your birthday was. I didn't know the timeline. So that's what I was searching. When everybody said I wasn't paying attention, it wasn't that I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to figure out when you was on my show with your fiance. So that was in May. So you got engaged a little bit what day is your birthday?
April 25th is my birthday.
So when did you call me in May? So you got engaged a month later?
I don't remember, but it's somewhere close to, I think it's like mid-May or somewhere there, or after, somewhere around mid-May. We can check the records and clarify that.
So
the crazy part is any other man that she doesn't know, don't care about, whatever, hasn't met in person, she would be questioning him about his current relationship. So was y'all in a relationship?
How long y'all been dating?
Right.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I think the lady that he's with is African, and we know that's a whole different culture. Maybe they wasn't dating. Maybe they wasn't in a relationship, and he just proposed. There's a different culture than American culture. So I don't know. I can't remember exactly, because he did come on with the fiance. I remember that. But Kendra, anybody else, she would be asking these questions for clarity. Him, she not. So, she's just gonna accept that he
you weren't engaged. So, okay, you weren't engaged
went
at the
out
time.
with Chi, and then the next month he's engaged to a whole different woman.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. True. So true. This is one of her peoples and all that. Yeah.
So I know I traveled.
Less than a month later, you got engaged.
Yeah, about a month later.
Okay.
Yeah.
So about a month later. So
and that's what I know. I got a lot of heat for that on your show, because that came up that, hey, I just met this person a few weeks ago, and I make sure I tell them I don't play games, and I've been on a lot of dates that I could count. If everybody come online to come and talk about my dating experience with them, that's a lot. I cannot come on and address each one.
Okay, let me clarify. He said so when he came on with the fiance, he met that person a few weeks ago. So you telling me, let's just make sure we got it clear. In between you going out on a date with Chi and you getting you proposing to this lady, that's when you met your fiance. So you met her after Chi fell in love with her, proposed.
Okay,
that's what he wants us to believe. That's okay. All right.
Dude running the con job, man. I don't trust this dude. Trust him at all. Sorry.
I think I'm just gonna say my thing. Like, dude, African. He is sandal, dusty foot. And I think, because I think I remember thinking this when he came on the video, when he came with his fiance. Like, it seemed like you running through America. You running through the quote unquote 304s of America. And you going on all these American dating shows, because he was on Kendra, obviously, and then he's on Pop the Balloon, one of the Pop Balloons, one of them. So you running through chicks. He just said he was in Miami, Atlanta, and all of this. He be dating.
All of that. Vegas. He said I went 3 places.
So he's been in all these places. You running through American chicks, but you're gonna turn around and marry an African lady. You for all that, you could have stayed in Africa.
Makes sense. But it's what he think about him. Like it's how he running them down and all that.
Yeah.
He's trying to come on here and present like he don't troll in them waters down there. In the low bottoms is what you might want to call it. You be in the low bottoms too, partner. Like, don't come on here and act, I don't do this and that. Yes, you do. That's why you hit up Chi when whatever you had going on was dry or it fell through or whatever. You said, let me hit up this freak hoe Chi. Like, come on, man.
He probably got them sandals on that those brown sandals, because it probably don't match this suit.
Right. He got the Minyangos on.
I just know that them sandals don't match this suit. This, what you said,
this prom suit
that he got on.
Goddamn prom suit he got on.
I just know. And whoever said he was a doctor.
What kind of doctor? Out here like Dre?
As many times he came on the Kendra G show, I still don't know what type of doctor he is. If y'all know what type of doctor Dr. Dez is, put it down in the comment.
I hate to discriminate, but it is what it is. You got to call a spade a spade. These Africans be running these snow jobs, man. You don't trust them. Trust nothing he's saying.
It's funny that she'll trust one that's dressed up, but she has banned Africans from her show. Like, if you are an African that live in Africa, she has banned them.
No play.
But what about Dr. Dez?
Right. You made it over here, and you tethering blending in, you'll respect that. Okay. Kendra's easily beguiled. It's all superficial. Like it's all on the outside. That's how you fool her. Like, if you dress like you got money, she gonna think you got money. Like that's a given. Like this
That's
guy's
how Ashy
scamming.
Foot got her.
Yeah, exactly. This guy's running this. He's running a snow job right here. Like I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. I know what he was trying to do, and he got caught out there or whatever. She spoke on it, and he trying to walk it back like he don't do that. And I hate dudes that pretend like that. Just keep it real. I was strolling for some hoes, and I ran into Chi on the woody woody whoop, and it didn't go whatever, and we moved on. Like, oh, it wasn't a date, and then I didn't want to go, and I don't do this, and I'm like, come on, man, get out of here, fake.
At the time, but I know that putting myself on a public platform, going to dating shows, I'm gonna get dates, and I usually attend those dates. And some were good, some were not so good. So I know when I see what I want, I go for it. I don't play around to hang around and say, "Oh, let's date for 3 months, let's date for 1 month, let's date for 2 months." No, if you meet this, I talk about the death factor. Most people think that this is jokes. It's not games. I look at the ABCs, the appearance, the brains, and the character. That lady's appearance is night and day, total deception. That should be fraud, okay? That should be established. People look a certain way on social media because of filters and all the makeup, and that's why I still advocate that some level of makeup is deceptive. Nobody's talking about these things online, but somebody has to talk about it. So, number two, just because we went out on one night, if you want to call that a date, that's fine. Okay. That means I've been on hundreds of dates. If you want to call that a date, that's fine. There was never a point at that same night I was thinking about any kind of sexual relations or activities. Okay. Because that's not how. There are some people that if I go on a date with them, the chemistry works out, they look good, and the energy matches. Of course, I'm a guy, that conversation will be hard. But that conversation is always hard prior to anything being happen. Prior to anything, whether before we go, maybe somebody I've talked to you for like maybe 1 or 2 days, and I kind of get the feel, get the chemistry, but I do not roll like that. Yes, will I make some exceptions during my time about meeting somebody on the first time, having a good time, having a romantic connection? I can make exceptions. I've made exceptions on that before. That's not something that's new, but
There's
liar.
Mm-mm.
Oh no, I don't do that, but I'll make some exceptions. I would do it, but I don't get down like that. Like, come on, man. Phonies, be real with yourself, partner. You was in the low bottoms, man, and you got caught. It happens. We call them night fighters, whatever you might want to call them. A chick that you feel is beneath your standard or something you wouldn't deal with in the open public. But after 3 o'clock in the morning, if nobody knew and could see it and all that, and nobody knew you was over there, you'll do that. Like, don't act like that. Like, I hate when people do this. It annoys me. Brother, stop doing it. Be for real. Be real with yourself. It's just life. He got caught with what he considers a night fighter. They caught him in the low bottoms with the common folk. You just got caught. That's it. Like, don't try to clean it up. I don't do this, and you don't catch me here. I just happened to stumble upon here. I was really going over there. No, you weren't. You went over there for a reason, huh? We're gonna act like we holier than thou. And I don't know, I'll make exceptions. And I don't do that. No, me? No, I wouldn't do that. Lying, man.
Then he said he had to see about the vibes. You already knew what the vibes was, Dad. She got 3 kids by 3 baby daddies.
Lord.
You knew the vibes.
That's why you was over there. Come on, man. They don't want the residuals. We talk about it on the show all the time. Swim without getting wet. Like, he would have went over there and hit it, but he don't want nobody to know that and gonna go tell the people I'm about to get engaged. Like, I don't want to know that. Like, see, this is what I don't know if he don't know. Maybe he slipped up. He's a little loose. Maybe he was off the booze a little bit and he wasn't thinking right. But yeah, you went over there. You got caught. He spoke. And you just got to deal with it. You probably would have been better off not addressing this, but to come on here and act like, oh, I don't do this and that this is beneath me. No, you do what every other common man do. And what I'm saying is, when they come over here, he's watching from wherever, from Africa, wherever he came from and all that. They have an idea with Queen. This goes back to what Queen was saying earlier. They have an idea about the women here, the American Black woman. He'll go, like you said, he'll go troll and find one and pull up in little cities and all that. But yeah, he's marrying an African woman. He had no intentions of marrying or dating, nothing, doing anything serious with Chi-Chi or any other these buddies he was running around with.
Right.
Like,
and she just couldn't understand that that's the type of time that this man was on. Because he went out with me. He wanted to smash, huh?
Hello.
Look at him. Don't he look like he want to smash?
What else would he be doing with you?
If he could get Kendra,
he probably, you know what I mean? Take that too.
Not that he don't qualify. Like, I mean, like, if he could get Kendra alone, Kendra, in the African voice, Kendra,
snow job, Kendra.
And you know she like Africans.
That's right in her variety right there. Oh, bro, they probably banned from her dating life now too.
Right. So
no more Africans.
Oh snap! We know what you about, Dr. Des. It's okay.
You ain't fooling nobody, man. I know these types. I know people. I might not know it all, but my awareness is 99 if we was playing Madden. I know these types. Like they sit up there and they try to present fancy and act like they don't do X, Y. No, they be doing the exact same thing. They do the same thing Pookie and them do. The same reason Pookie over there is why he over there.
Right. So we are gonna skip ahead a little bit. He's gonna talk about, his viewpoints. He asked for a woman with no kids. So Kendra's gonna question him about why you went out with her and she a baby mama.
Okay. And now, one thing I remembered from you being on my show a couple of times is you really had a no kid factor. Like we've talked about this. So you like if you had a kid, the baby daddy can't be alive, like, or in prison. So I just was when she revealed that she had 3 kids by 3 men. I was like, oh, okay. So I thought that was a Dr. Jazz rule. So so what do you say to that? Because you've said you've been very vocal about not wanting to date women with children.
Kendra, so if somebody reached out to me that, hey, I want to show you on the city, show you around, show you a few places, for you to have a good time on this weekend that you're in ATL, I'm not going to be asking you if you have kids or not, okay? That's not going to be my focus. I don't have anything long-term focus to deal with you, You're just somebody that says a social media person that admires me and talk about this. I want to show me a few things. That's fine. I don't ask those questions. So the only time that I find out that this lady had kids when she was presenting her family problems to me. Let me not say family problems, but her financial difficulties to me about being short on rent and short on her car note. And then when I rejected that, that's when kids even got mentioned. Secondly, I made it clear. I had 2 appearances on your show. On the first appearance, I was like, no ladies with kids, and I know people were very hateful when I make statements like that. And I came and, part of my thing was like, compromise was like, okay, if you have a kid, 1 or 2, but the baby daddy has to be either dead or serving a life imprisonment with no possibility of parole. That's what I said. And I still stand on that. That doesn't matter anymore because I'm engaged to be married pretty soon. We're just waiting on the Trump administration to get these things all straightened out. But here's the deal. I don't come here to point fingers and...
So is he trying to bring her over here? I'm not sure where he's at, though. Like, he probably back and forth to the States, but it seemed like he's trying to get her over here. So he can come over here freely, a visa, whatever, permanent resident card. Right. But he trying to get her over here. Right. So, anyways,
I don't like this baby daddy foolishness that he talking about. If you're gonna mess with it, baby mama, she's a baby mama, whatever. Like, she got a kid. You only mess with her if he dead or doing life, so you ain't got to deal or potentially deal with him. She still had a kid with another dude, or that's a kid you're gonna have to take, or not have to, but you would consider you taking care of or being whatever, some kind of stepdad. And that sounds like cowardice to me. Just to me, I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't get the sentiment. If you dealing with a chick that got kids, you dealing with. If you not, you not. But then these caveats, if he's dead and they smoked him, or he's got 4 letters and he ain't never seen the light of day, I'll do it. Like, that's cowardly to me. Don't do it at all. Or do it with him out and about then. Like,
yeah.
know,
and then this whole thing about he didn't know she had kids. Yeah, I doubt that. Oh, I've been on the show multiple times, so I'm sure she saw me on the show. She's been on the show.
Correct.
How we know that you didn't see her video?
Or right. Or it really doesn't matter because he just was gonna hit that and go about his business anyway. It wasn't gonna be. He said no long term, nothing like.
And he was truthful when he said that because he was just gonna hit it.
Or it doesn't matter. Like, I won't date a woman with kids or take a woman into my covering with kids, but I'll smash the hell out of one of your many varied baby mamas you got over here. Like, that's all it sounds like to me. I don't know. I could be wrong. Get in the comments. Let us know what you think. All right.
Anybody, I actually don't feel sorry for anyone that will use jealousy, that out of jealousy will come in to say slanderous things. I don't feel sorry for that kind of person. Yeah, I feel sorry that her dad passed away. Yeah, I feel sorry for that. But the rest of her story was just total fiction. I don't know what she's planning to achieve with it or what kind of clout that she want to get. Most people too will see me as somebody that, they think I'm somebody that chases clout because I go on dating platforms. No, my dating phase is over. And this is for every other lady that has ever dated, ever. If you're looking at me, you're feeling bad about yourself because you didn't present yourself well, or because you have criminal issues that you were dealing with, and you're like, well, this thing didn't work. Kendra, I have stories. I don't want to unleash your stories here because it's not going to be fair to everybody informed. But I intend on writing a book about my dating experiences in this very country because
ain't nobody want that book, sir.
Really don't. Not interested, bro.
We don't need to know about Dr. Dez coming to America dating on the Kendra G show. We don't need to know. Pee Wee
Herman suit on. Get the hell out of here, man.
Ain't nobody asked for that.
Give a goddamn about none of that. You don't care nothing about that, bro. You're not as popping and toting as you think you are. Like, man, I see why these two are friends. Like, she see me as somebody and I got all this cloud and all that. You ain't nobody. You ain't nobody, Des. Just cut it out, man. Chill out, man. You be mad. Folks be mad regular, putting a lot of gas up under it, man.
So drop down in the comments if y'all knew who Dr. Dez was. Before this video, did y'all know who Dr. Dez was?
Pee Wee Herman.
He said he internet famous because he been on all these dating shows.
Again, on Kendra 17 times. Damn near the co-host.
Right.
He like, what's the white brother that was Russell? He's the African Russell over here.
But let us skip ahead.
This guy filibustering.
That is fair. One thing I'm always going to be 100 honest. I will talk to her though. So I will talk to her, and then that will be that. But if you don't want to talk to her, when I talk to her, that is fine. Come on right now. I understand.
Gang. She was trying to come on.
Perfectly fine. I don't want to talk to her. I don't even intend to hear her talk because looking at it's irritating. Watching what I'm looking at on the live versus what I saw on Instagram, it's like night and day. Okay, so it pissed me off even. So that's why I was giving you guys the narrative about all this makeup and filters and everything. It's not. Anyways, let me not go in there. I know that can be a controversial topic, but it is what it is. I don't have no intentions on talking with her or meeting her ever again.
Okay. So to wrap it all up, you're happily still engaged.
I'm happily engaged, living my best life. Everything is going great, and people are jealous. Okay, that's basically what it is.
Here we go.
They're envious. They couldn't get it, because they don't meet certain standards. They do not meet the test factor, and that's why they don't get it. So anyone can come in and say, oh, this guy is this guy is cocky, this guy is corny, this guy is a clown. You can say anything you want to say. America is a free country. There's a freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want. But at the end of it, I won. the death factor works. The death factor
What is the death
works.
factor again for those who are not familiar?
Okay, are you ready?
We're ready.
So the death factor, when I talk about the death factor, it's as easy as ABCs.
Yeah, the fixes
This is the quality of the woman I will date and the woman I will marry. I talk about the ABC. The A is for appearance, the B is for the brains, and the C is for character. For us to even get into a conversation mode, you must pass the appearance factor because it's not something that I cannot compromise on. The appearance, I look at the front and I look at the back, okay? There has to be, if you're thick, the thickness have to be at the right places. That's what it is. I look at certain physical features. That's the appearance. For the brains, of course, you can tell, everybody can tell listening to that lady, she doesn't got the brains. You understand? I need somebody that's educated and both academically and in the streets. You got to be smart. That's the brains. Last but not the least, things that most of the people will fail is a character. You know, I look at the character. Is this a character that I can tolerate? Because the kind of person, I'm looking for a partner. I'm looking for a wife, a life partner. So I have to be able to tolerate your character. I know that my character is strong. I am not oblivious to that fact. I'm not an easygoing guy. I know that my fiance can attest to you guys on that one. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I do vet the character. And when I go on a date with somebody and I see that their appearance total was a disaster.
Sir, you got your fiance for 5 goats. Talking about the test factor, 1 out, and I'm a prize. He went over there and gave her father 5 goats, 3 chickens, and 2 llamas. And said, I want your daughter. After he and tricked through America.
Yep.
Stop playing with us, Des.
Come on, man. Get out of here.
Because whoever said he was ironic? A doctor.
Well, thank you. Let's start there. What kind of doctor is you again? Quick.
Quick.
We still don't know what kind of doctor this guy is. Now, he probably in that goddamn garage. He in barefoot right now trying to run some goddamn scam. See, they prevent the appearance. See, he appears. He put the Pee Wee Herman suit on, so he appears like he's doing something. He got the glasses on, so he's right. So he's an intellect. His brains is all that, and his character is the character he's playing. We know who you is, Minyango. We know you, nigga. We ain't fooled.
And he put this green screen on, and he's in an office somewhere.
Right. Exactly. He's taking business calls on the green screen. He could be
wait a minute. He's in Africa, and then he put like an American, like a Chicago skyline or New York skyline in the back.
Get out of here. Yeah, come on, man. You just got caught in the low bottoms, man. That's it. We ain't got to discuss this.
Stop.
Oh, no, not me. I don't do this. No, yeah, okay.
But I don't believe that Des factor 1 out. I think he paid the bride price or whatever, the dowry.
I think he's celebrating too early at that. A few months, couple weeks, you knew this woman, her character. You can vouch for that. She probably getting smutted out by Unjako from the other village and all that. You don't know. You can vouch for everything. See, these dudes, man, their appearance, him and Kendra, they friends. I'm sure they got a lot in common. It appears to be something to take serious and all that. So he's taking it serious. I don't know the woman. I'm not speaking bad about her character, but I don't think he know her character that well yet either. Like, oh, yeah, we won out. See, you celebrating before you get home. See, you never celebrate before the clock run out. And we'll see what happens. I would love to get a report on this guy, Dr. Des over here, lying. Never come to the internet perfect, man. We sit up here, we say what we would do, what we wouldn't do. I never come up here perfect. I come to y'all real, like not perfect. There's nobody's perfect. So all this you above that, and I don't do, that's fake. That's fake. He got caught out there. That's it, man. What? That's just my opinion. The facts will tell. We'll let y'all decide what's going on. But let us continue.
That date ends. It doesn't go anywhere. And I'll tell you that, hey, I mean, there are some I could have put it nicely, but I didn't, and I maybe because English is not my first language. There are some I had to just say, hey, listen, what I saw and what I'm seeing now, it's not going to work out for me. And people think that's rude. I think that's being honest.
So
because I want you to know exactly why it's not going to work out.
Catfished?
For this one, I don't consider it a date. I was going out to go have fun. Somebody wanted to attach themselves to that experience, and that's how it ended. So I don't know if people consider that a date or not. I don't think that's a date. I think a date is when you actually have the intentions of being long-term with somebody or want to be in a relationship with somebody. So at any point in time, that was never an intention and that was never a thing.
Okay.
So that's
the
best
thing. Why did you guys end up? I know you. According to you, y'all never ended up in the hotel.
All right, she asking the same dumb question. She already told her that. So, you want to add anything before we go to part 3?
No, we've heard both sides. We've heard from Chi in the beginning. We got Dr. Dez's end of the story. There's some consistencies and inconsistencies, but there's a third part. And you guys can join us over there for part 3. Get down there in the comment section. Let us know what you think so far. And we'll get back to this in part 3.